Oh, and it is recording. How's my light? I'm in the light. You know why? Because it's time for Sip and Shop episode 4 for season 2. You know what to do. I am your host, Andrea Bailey. We're flying solo today. Eddie is on assignment. And this is being pre-recorded because I too will be on assignment with him. So let's do this. Please get your libations. This one's going to be a hot one for me. I like to keep my tea bag in it so I can get all of the strength, the robustness from the tea, right? Friends, family of Sip and Shop, please lift your cup, mug, glass, bottle, whatever you flute, whatever it is you decide to drink, please choose something healthy, right? So we can honor our temples. Sip and Shop family, thank you so much for tuning in. So much to talk about, right? Where we start off with our libation, our salute. I will tell you what this is in a second, but first, how was your week? Praying that you had a fruitful, faithful, fortified week, and that today, Saturday, although we're pre-recorded, that it's everything that you need it to be. And I'm grateful because I'm here with you right now. So salute. This may be a little hot for me to drink, but I'll sip it. Nice. Nice. So you see the mug, the women create, let me remember exactly what I said on it. It is, we women are creators by nature. When I said it, I wrote it, it got a really nice response. And I said, you know what? I've got to put that on something so that we can look at it. And it's a nice way to start the day. It's a beautiful, high quality mug that we have. This is half of the face chart, the color coded system. And it's just something that, you know, just for me to remind you in my own special way of who we are as women. And men, if you'd like to gift it to your ladies, please do that, or someone special in your life. You know it's on the website, fairweatherfaces.com. Just go in the search bar, guys. If there's anything that you want from the site, right? Makeup, anything, the journals, the mugs, t-shirts, anything like that. All you have to do, if you don't see it directly, the actual visual, understand that we always do updates weekly on the site just to keep it fresh and current and whatever my picks are. And it's been moving each week. All you have to do is type the name or just a keyword of what the product is that you want in the search bar, and it'll come up and you can get it. Let me take another sip. How you all doing out there? Yeah. Holding on, I'm hoping, because there's a lot going on in this daggone world that, you know, it's been a lot. But just to let you in on it, so this is, as you can see, green, right? Yes, a green tea. I don't prescribe to any particular tea, but this one is the Bigelow, right? I do like the brand Bigelow. I like David's teas, Tea Forte. You know, it just depends on what it is. I'm not into spending like a whole lot of money on tea unless it's absolutely something that's really, really different to get. But so this is my green tea, but just to spice it up, because you know I do like to, you know, get a little hit of something hot in it. Mite's Hot Honey, which is a chili-based honey. I just saw it in the pantry. I haven't used it in a while. And I said, you know what, let me just try it. And it really is good. The two go together quite well. Yes. This way so you can check it out in case you want it. Ooh, let me breathe and relax. It's been a really beautiful week, but we have a lot to talk about, family. Okay, so what are you watching? May I come in a little closer? May I make a suggestion? Thank you, I will. Me and that. Cool it, Andrea. Cool it, mama. Cool it. Cool it down, sister. Guess what? I'm back on again. Sometimes I go back into these rotations and I just want to see it because I miss it. Girlfriends on Netflix. You know what's delightful about that show? Girlfriends is cross-generational. So my group, like when it first came out, you digging this? When it first came out, years ago, that was like early 2000s. I don't even remember because I used to rush home to watch Girlfriends when it would come on WPIX channel 11. Bootsville doesn't even exist anymore. But anyway, yeah, I loved, always the development of the characters. You see, someone within all of the girlfriends, but the genius behind Girlfriends and Mara Akil, the creator of it, it's timeless. It's timeless because it's true to the realities of what girlfriends go through. And it may be, it just depends on who you know, but I'm sure you can find within each character someone that but I'm back on Girlfriends again, and I'm not back at the very beginning. I started off in season like 6. Yeah, so that's like towards the end, but still, I will jump around and just, I have some of my fave episodes. The one that, I was calling Eddie out. Eddie, come look, she's about to get red. Was the one when Wayne Brady was the critic for the magazine, the food magazine. And the character Joan, Tracy Ellis Ross's character Joan, slept with him, got the book cover, and then she got drunk at a party and homeboy read her for stinking feet filth. Read. When I say read, it was I'm not even going to get up out the chair. It was a read to remember. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, but Girlfriends is something that I really think during this time now, if you want to just, go back to a time, a nostalgic moment in time, and it's just a cool way to rebond with girlfriends and also to bring your daughters into it too, granddaughters. It's just something to chit chat about. But what I find to be quite timeless, again on Netflix, Girlfriends. Since I spoke about the read, let's take a little sip of the tea. What are you all drinking? Even though it's pre-recorded, please put your comments because I read everything. I do. Well, we do, Eddie and I. We read everything, just to make sure we're doing what you want and that we're on point, right? You have to. Would you like some stress tips? So check this out. Eddie and I, we've been doing it now for a couple of years. Subscribe to Blue Apron. And although I'm the one that does the grocery shopping because that's like my therapy, and Eddie cooks, we both cook, but I like to grocery shop. I just like to do that. And but besides the grocery shopping for like the really fresh produce, we do get Blue Apron and we get 2 meals per week. That's $47. And we have been doing the vegan, majority vegan, and it's been really, really nice. The only thing that I found before with Blue Apron, it was that sometimes depending on what the recipe calls for, it can ask you or suggest or guide you to add more salt and pepper. And if anything, I'm going more for the pepper, easing off of the salt. And it's made a difference, I think, in my weight loss journey and water retention. But This little doodad was in the last box, and it said how to find and stimulate pressure points. And I was like, you know what? It's perfect. I can bond with the Sip and Shop viewers even further by giving you these quick tips. And I thought that that was just so cool, because for them, it is unwind with acupressure in honor of Stress Awareness Month. We're highlighting stress reducing techniques to try at home. And I thought that was so cool. And it's on this card, right? Pretty much, you know, their marketing is so fabulous. So I'm reading it. A centuries old technique used within traditional Chinese medicine, acupressure, can help promote a sense of calm. It only takes a few seconds to try while dinner is cooking. So that's how they're keeping it in mind. Like while, you know, in between the time while the meal is being prepared, you can do this. So they start with the inner forearm, and they tell you to turn your palm face up. Using your opposite hand, measure the width of 3 fingers from the base of your palm. Measure the 3 fingers. Okay, so it's about here. I'm going with the diagram. And apply downward pressure for 5 seconds and observe how you feel. So that's right in here. And I can tell you, this may be too much information. You know, I'm about to go there, y'all. Okay. So many, many moons ago, when I got my nail license, and you know, we had to learn like various techniques in the hand for massage therapy for the client, which is also a part of your nail service. Constipation, that's all I'm going to say. If you're someone that gets constipated, if you focus right here in the palm, it will help to release it. It will help to relax you and help release it. So that is one of your pressure points, specifically also, not just for relaxation, but if you're constipated and you need to go, just drink some water first, some like room temperature water. If you can, get lots of lemons in it. Just relax and keep pressing, and eventually, black, it'll release. Okay, moving on to the next one. Palm. Massage the webbing between your thumb and pointer finger. This is your thumb. This is your pointer with your opposite hand, which is right in here. Okay. When you find the muscle, apply pressure to the topmost part for 5 seconds and take 5 deep breaths. So it's right in here is what they're speaking of. The muscle part, you can feel in it. You feel it. Feel it. It's changing me. Right there, it's changing me. It's bringing me down in a good way. In a good way. So that one they're saying is hold it for 5 seconds and take deep breaths. All right, so that one was serious. And then the outer wrist. Stimulate the point located by the crease of your wrist. Crease of your wrist is here. On the same side as the pinky finger. Pinky is here, same side as your pinky finger. So right there. So right there. Oh, use the thumb and forefinger, which is what I'm doing, thumb, forefinger, on the opposite hand to apply mild pressure. Okay, I'm going heavy. Mild pressure for 15 to 30 seconds. Alternate between the right and left wrist. Yes, I feel it. Yeah, right in there. And it feels good. It feels like it's hitting right here up at the top of my head. Feels good. And so if you keep those 3 techniques in mind, you can also, I'm just making a suggestion, incorporate ice. What if it's a hot summer day and you just need just something to just cool down a little bit? Just incorporate, like if you put a little ice first, just to, you know, make the fingers a little cool, and then just add to your pressure points, right? So refreshing way to decompress. So thank you, Blue Apron, for those tips. And for that, we're going to take another little sippy. Mm-hmm. Mm. I want to jump around a little bit now. Jump around, jump around. Did I ever tell you I had worked on Everlast's face? One of the early years of me working at GMA, this is when we moved to the new studio. So it was like back in, he came 99, I think it was, at the new studio. And he may have come to the old studio too, which was 98. But anyway, he came in, he looked different and he was under a different name. And I kept looking at his face going, I know him. And I'm like, are you Everlast? And he was like, I am. And I was like, it even take me 2 seconds. Jump around, jump to get to everybody. He was like, okay, sister. Doesn't love someone to sing their anthem song. Come on, right? But he was really cool. He was a nice guy. So I think I want to jump around. And I think I'd like to go to the beauty segment now. I'd like to share with you what we have going on. So I try to make it as simple as I possibly can. And of course, I'm wearing, so hopefully you like it. Clean, fresh, right? Spring beauty. Let's start with my eyebrows first. So this time I went pretty much with just the brunette. I went softer, even softer with the taupe, right? The beginning of the brow by my nose. But really use the original brunette pencil to really sculpt practically everything. I, of course, have the brow fix in an upward motion just to give more of a breezy set finish to the brows. So they really look finished. Then I went all over the face. And it's funny because this time I went even bare, y'all, just so that you know you can. The two brushes that I used today are from the mini set. Can you see the, right? This is the powder, this is the concealer lip liner brush. And to start the concealer one that's red, I just used, first I used the skin color corrector in peach, swiped it underneath my eyes. You know, now I'm tired, right? It's Friday, especially. Long week, fierce week, but long. So underneath my eyes to knock out the shadow, around my nose area to knock out the redness. And I have marks, y'all. I'm telling you, those masks are working my last nerve. The marks are all up and through, all down here. It's disgusting. So I put that on, put the concealer with the red dot brush from the mini set all over. Child, when I'm telling you, it looked like the measles marks. I was like this with the color corrector first in peach all around, and then directly on top of it, my concealer with my brush, right? Then I took my powder brush with some loose powder, went all over it. Everything, just dab everything to help blend it in, right? Tissue it off, right? Because it's multifunctional, you want to tissue it off. Took a little slab of Hollywood and went right underneath my eye because it's a light reflector. You can't see the fullness under my eye right now. Oh, signage, hold on, signage. You can't see the fullness underneath my eyes right now because of the light reflective properties in Hollywood. Fierce. Next, I took the contour, tissue this off, contour number 7, right back here and a little bit on my eyelid to serve as a little pop for my eye. Tissue it off again, went into my blush. I did 2. The first one that I popped this yellow crystal powder brush from the mini set into was Pumped Up, which is a pumping pink, kind of like this shade. It's a pumping pink, right? Really, really bright pumping. Popped it in that, and then immediately in a dab of YOLO, which is more orangey, you know, like that deep, bright, succulent orange, and right on the apples of the cheek. And that was it, just one pop. Tissued it off, then moved into I wanted to start right away with the setting spray. So I set a pump, just one to start, right? Normally we do 2. And then I moved into the eyes. Ooh, And then I moved into the eyes, and this is the humdinger for the week. I know that a lot of you tend to shy away from big, thicker lines. And I understand that because you're like, oh, my hand, I'm not steady. But the beauty of this one is this is our pen liner. Look at that. Look at that. It's already angled, right? It's angled, fat on the inside and thinner on the outside. And I mean super fine thin, right? On the outside. So it's good. So it's all about angles. I laid it down here. So it's not like I had to like fidget. I laid it down on the angle and it bop, bop, created the outer cat line. And then I just, on the tip, just brought it in. And I didn't go all the way in, just kind of like halfway in, just to open up my eyes more with the fine tip on the end. That was it. I wasn't fumbling around. I didn't have to because of the brush. It's already cut. This one is a matte finish. And I just find that as I was doing it on myself, and believe me, I don't do my makeup all the time. So it takes me a little bit of time and I'm like really anal with it. But I was thinking about you all with this brush. And I'm like, you know what? This is the perfect one for them to practice with, because the other one that we have is a shiny line, fine, shiny line. And I just find that you need to have more of a steady hand with that one. This one is the one that you really need to practice with, like the pen. Fat line, thin. You know what I'm saying? It dries down quickly, very blendable because I blended, let me close this. I blended the tail end of this with this, just to like, feather it out a little bit on the tail end, but you can't beat it. It's our pen eyeliner. It's matte. The matte pen liner, fat matte pen liner. Please get it for your kids. It's a humdinger. And then if you haven't already realized on the site, we still are giving you the bundle set. And that's for Dr. Jane. You know why? Because today's her birthday. The day that I'm taping. So if you check my Instagram, you'll know what day I'm taping this on, because today is actually her birthday. And so we already had it up. 2 sets of actual products that I use on Dr. Jen to create 2 different lip looks on her for GMA 3 Fierce, right? So you get it as a bundle and you get it as a discount, but I'm wearing one of them and it is the one with skin tight underneath and the souffle, which is like, souffle is our neutral. I don't know what to say about this color. It's a fierce color by itself. So if you want like that peachy nude, but this is it. So pretty. On top of skin tight. And the only reason why I'm using my ring finger is because I don't like to change the color of, that is dope. I don't like to change the color of the product by adding a different color inside and changing it and the consistency. So if you're looking for, and you could go even deeper and create more of like a peachy look with it, but it's super fierce. You see my complexion and it looks super dope. So it doesn't matter of how light you are or how deep your color is. If you are darker, like my chocolate sisters, instead of the skin tight, I would suggest our taupe, the taupe first lipstick, and then on top of it, souffle. That will create more of like a warm caramel. That, but it would, and it makes me feel, because it'll look so sexy and so gorgeous. So this is the souffle lip gloss paired with the skin tight. You get a discount on it right now, right? Go to the website, go get it, baby. Go get it. Get in time with spring beauty and your summer beauty, right? Spring, summer, whatever. Okay, let's get back in track. The poll topic winner. Okay, so this is a thing that we like to do. We try to figure out a way to get you to engage with us more that will help to guide us with the development of the show. Yeah. And Eddie and I figured, well, what if we come up with some questions, 3 questions each week, and by way of voting, either you vote for 1, 2, or 3, and you put it in the comment section, and you have to meet the deadline, because come Monday is really, Tuesday is really the deadline of when I have to know what it is so that I know how to prep and I have enough time to prep what I need to say for the show. So it's pretty simple, guys. I want to give you the winner because I want you to go back to last week's show, the 17th, and I want you to watch then what the questions were so you can see what the winner is now, what the questions. I want you to go back to the show last week, the 17th, April 17th, so you can see what the 3 questions were as the topics. And the winner is, girl, get it together. I'm trying, do better, I will. The winner for this week is Safe Hangnail Tips. That's a good one. Let's do it. Here's my demo. So, safe hangnail tips. All right. So the first thing is, and this is, it's unisex, male, female, don't matter. But this is technically what I do. So I try my best to stay on myself. If I have a hangnail, I hit it immediately. I do not play. I don't wait and go, I'll get it in an hour. I'll get it tomorrow, because you don't know. A hangnail can be a serious thing after a while, or even right then, depending on what it is you're doing. It can pull. And with a pull, it can definitely hurt you, but it can also injure you in the sense that it exposes your nails to infection. So that's why it's really important to get on top of a hangnail. And in case you can't go to a nail tech to ease it for you, to take care of it, hopefully these tips will help you. So the first thing that you need is a cuticle nipper, if you will invest in it. You can get it from a drugstore. It's like $15 from a drugstore. Or if you have really steady hands, you could use the little manicure scissors that come in, like that 5-pack with a tweezer, nail clippers, nail scissors. You could do that if you wanted to. But I find I get a really good finish because of this, because of the jaw on this. It just snip. It's already angle cut. Great. And you also need, I'm going to explain the nail file. I'll explain what that is and the difference between the two. So let's say if Eddie has a hangnail, he's like, babe, I need you to cut it. I know right away. Okay. So let's just pretend I have a hangnail. We'll do this hand so it's not distracting. Let's say ring finger here. Like, let's just say I had a hangnail here. The first thing I would do is take my finger and pull it up, not the instrument, but the finger, pull it up so that it's standing up and I can see it. Next thing. Take my instrument and I'm going down. I'm not flipping it and going this way. I'm flipping it and going this way. So the angle of the nipper is downward. Again, let's say the hangnail is sticking up. What you want to do is you never want to go in you looking down on it. You want to look at it from an angle, because you need to know how low down you need to snip. And also, if you go from the top down, like if your vision is this way, top down, you'll never be able to tell. And I don't care how steady your hand is, you will never quite be able to tell how close you're really cutting. So you may just cut too deep. So it's always best to just take it kind of like on an angle this way, so you can really tell how far you are on it, and snip and try to get as close to the base of that hangnail as possible. Snip, right? You snipped it off. Then now, I want you to take a low grade nail file. And this is how you can tell the difference. Low grade is the one that has the softness to it, that's not so abrasive. So the difference in the numbers, the higher the grade number, so like, let's say 200 to 400 would be this. Very, you hardly see any grit to it. It's soft, very soft to the touch. The lower the number, see this, all this, that's grit. You can see I wear my files out, but it just gives you more of an idea. Look, you can hear it. The lower the number, the higher the grit. You don't want this one. You want this one, the softer one, right? Because we're just going to soften down, go right over in one direction, 1, 2, 3, and it'll soften down the base of what was that hangnail. Then I want you to take either on a cotton ball or a spray bottle, something, an antiseptic. So it could be like a little alcohol with like 1 part alcohol, 1 part water, something like that. And then just spray it. Even hydrogen peroxide straight, just spray it and just let it sit, let it do its thing, right? And then perhaps about maybe let it dry down, maybe 5 minutes later, take like a little coconut oil, a little olive oil, and then just go right around that cuticle, that edge that you nipped, to give it hydration, because you need to hydrate it again, because that's what it is. Most times, like those hangnails, it's just a dryness that just needs to be relieved, dryness around that cuticle area. So that was a good tip. That was a really, really, I find, really good tip. And that's exactly how I do it for myself and how I handle Eddie's hangnails. So please do it for yourself. But now you know what we're going to get into. This week's poll topics, right? This week. So for this week, again, we'd like for you to vote. The best one, the one that was most voted for, will win. So here we go. The poll topics for this week that will air on May 1st. So this week's topics that will air, the winner will air May 1st are: number 1, healthy binders instead of using eggs. Healthy binders for cooking instead of using eggs. Okay. Number 2, my Andrea key nail growth tips. My Andrea key nail growth tips. The cleavage is alive and well. And 3, everyday household item that doubles as a jewelry cleaner. The everyday household item that doubles as a jewelry cleaner. Please don't wait. The first one that moves you, hit it right now. Put it in the comment section. 1, 2, or 3. You can only vote once. The highest one that was voted for will win, and then bam, we'll do it next week. How am I doing? I think I am done. That's it, everyone. Sip and Shop episode 4. You kids are turning it. I love you all so much. Me and my green tea. Let's do our final toast, shall we? We made it through another week. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the favor, the hope, health, wealth, let's call it, employment, entrepreneurship, new beginnings, healthy closings, family, friends, and you, celery. And us. Ooh, now I taste it. Now I taste the hot honey. And it is cute down. It is cute. You know why it's cute? Because Sip and Shop episode 4 of season 2 is done, baby. Thank you so much. Get your products. Tune in. Tell your friends to tune in. Go watch your girlfriend. Reconnect all over again. Thank you so much. Are you checking me out on the new computer that Eddie got me for my birthday, right? Nice and bright. Eddie, thank you so much, hon. And I'll see you on the set soon, right? I'm talking to Eddie. I'll see you on the set soon because we're working together this weekend. I get so excited working with him. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me get these hairs back, right? These hairs back. Oh, yes, honey. Even put that to check you out. So please tell everyone, go back and watch the other episodes and bring it on forward. And don't forget to vote. And thank you for tuning in to the online events. It was a fabulous week. Fabulous. We're getting close to almost selling out. And I'm sure at some point we will. We will. Just understand that if you're trying to get in at the last minute, you got to get your tickets at least 20 minutes before we hit the button. So that's the reason why if you're asking at the last minute and you can't get in and you're locked out, that's why, because we stopped taking orders 20 minutes prior. But please, 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 please continue to come online and meet us there. It has been fantastic. I love teaching you. I love teaching and meeting you through the virtual platform, classroom of Fairweather Faces. So look, on Sundays, we start to post what the classes will be for next week. And we're calling on you all, the brides. Yes, we have bridal beauty for you, and you can share it with your own makeup artist or hire Fairweather Faces to do the makeup for you. It's your choice, whatever you want. We did the 5-minute makeup look last week, and it was fierce. Well, I don't want to say the date, but because this is pre-recorded, but it was so informative. I mean, it's the traditional look that started everything for us, and it is a winner. Once you know how to get that down in your makeup arsenal, you can take that look and build off of it and do anything. You can do anything, and it's an amazing look for if you're attending a wedding, or if you have a board event, or if you're on a date, you're going to church or a brunch date, whatever. It's a fabulous look. It's a traditional look, and it's a universal look. Also, we have advice. If you are an up-and-coming makeup artist, or you are stuck, you feel, in your career, your current career as a makeup artist, please come online. Hopefully gift it to yourself, or hopefully someone will gift a session, a guidance session for you. Do that, and a host of all other tips. I mean, just it's loaded. It's loaded. But again, we rotate it every week, so it will always change. And we also will take suggestions from you of topics that you would like to see online, and my team and I will teach them to you. So everyone, thank you so much for listening to that. I need to take another drink for that alone. But Sip and Shop, I'm out. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Salud.